Welcome to my mommy channel.
Welcome back to Dasha Speaks Racism. So today I'm coming to shed some light on my experience with Capital Auto Auction. Now this auction, they have a few locations. The one I attended the online auction, and then I went and had to go pick up the car from Washington D.C. The cars that they sell are dirt cheap. It is open to the public, but when you come, it's open to the public, but they really don't want the public to attend. So I purchased a 2013 Chevrolet Cruze from them, and here you see it was $818.45. It was earlier this year, as you see, July the 8th of 24 is when I made the purchase. They gave me the runaround to begin with. They made me think that I needed tags to take the vehicle off the lot, which I did not need, but they had it in the paperwork. This was a part of their scheme. This was an assassination attempt too. They were trying to kill me while I was in Washington, D.C. So the first day I went with my kids, went and paid for the vehicle. Was under the impression that I needed tags to leave with it. I didn't properly prepare for it. I didn't have, too many people that I fucked with at that time. I was still fucking with my little brother. No longer fucking with him anymore because, he ain't right. Nigga tried to get me to the feds. But anyway, so I went the first day, me and my kids went. I went and paid, I paid for the vehicle. I went to go pick up the title. And upon getting back from DC that day, I realized that they did not, when I went to go try to get it registered in North Carolina, I was going to do everything then and then, go ahead and bring it back home because I wanted to get the tag so I could drive it home. They didn't sign the title over to me correctly, so I end up having to go back to get that done. So then I went back, had my brother, called my brother. He came late that day. He found out he's been jealous for a little while, jealous of my shine, trying to, stop me and stuff. But that's neither here nor there anyway. Went back, had to talk with them about getting the signature on there. I knew that they had did it on purpose. I can't remember the two guys' names that I was talking to while when I was doing the business with them, but they thought it was funny. They were laughing. There was a blonde lady that I seen. She gave me the side eye when I went up there. I don't know who she was, but she had to have something to do with it, the way she looked at me. So when I got back in there, got them to sign it over correctly. End up having to stay because they had me thinking that I had to get the tag instead of going to go pick up the car from where it was located, which was in Maryland, which was only about 15 minutes away from the part of DC that I was in. End up having to stay overnight, although I didn't want to. But I noticed as soon as I got to the hotel, there was a hired assassin there. I wanted to see the room. He was trying to get me to come in the room so I could turn my back on him so he could do his little thing. But I noticed him watching me all night. And then went to go get something to eat. Walked over there to the little, I can't remember the name of the goddamn place that I went and got something to eat from. There was a light-skinned dude. He was an older guy, and it was two young dudes. And they were standing very close to me. I know that they were sizing me up to see, how easy it was going to be for them to get me. But the man, he kept trying to get me to come out that night to come fuck with him. I just, I didn't do it. Like I said, they were hired killers. They were trying to kill me. So, couldn't really sleep that night. Got up the next morning, went and did another runaround of trying to get the tag. The girl at the tag place, the girl at the tag place put on the tags. She had it smeared. And then when I went back in there to get it corrected, she was like, "What'd you do to it?" I'm like, "Bitch, you did this shit before I left out. Don't fucking play with me." So it was all, they were trying to get me out of character. Um, it's just a whole lot. DC, Washington, the government, these people with their tactics, these people that organize crimes, trying to kill people and take stuff from them that don't belong to them. It really happens, especially if you're chosen, and I'm very chosen. I am the high priestess, the supreme witch, the divine feminine. So they've been trying to take me out since I've been waking up to who I really am. They've been trying to take me out because, once I step into my power, they can't get no more money off of my energy. They can't take my energy and stuff no more. I don't know if y'all understand that. But anyway, didn't pay much for the vehicle, as you see. When I got there, I got a lot of run around. They thought it was funny. I know they don't think it's funny now because God done came down on their ass. But, I don't laugh at people. I just, I laugh at the fact that they think that they could touch God's anointed and get away with it. Because one minute they was like, well, what do you need tags for? And I'm like, I need the tags so I can goddamn drive the motherfucker. He was like, you don't need tags to take it off. I'm like, well, y'all didn't say that. Y'all know that I was going to go get the goddamn tags. And, in the paperwork, it say that you got to have a tag to leave out the lot, which was a lie. They just wanted to create the confusion. But anyway, we had to stay overnight. Went and got the car the next day. When we got the car the next day, proceeded to drive it down the road. Knew that there was something wrong with it. It drove good for about 30 minutes and then it just started driving slow. And every time those cars start driving slow, I know that they done hired somebody to fuck this motherfucker up. So I was getting ready to call AAA and have them tow it to bring it to my house. But it was a little too far and I didn't have the miles to cover it. And I had already spent about $600-700 more that I didn't want to spend on top of the $800. Because when I bought the car, it was I was making an investment to start up a business. But didn't go as I planned. I purchased it from the wrong people. I told too many people what I was trying to do. I didn't tell nobody but my brother, but at that time I didn't know that he was playing against me. So I shouldn't even never told him that I had no money and that I was, thinking about getting a car to, make some money off of it. But they gave me the run around. There was a blonde girl there. She gave me the side eye that second day that I went. When I came back to get the signature on it, I raised hell. They signed it. They played around. Complained. Submitted some complaints. They ain't, like I tell you, it's just an illusion they create. They ain't gonna do shit when you complain. It's just making you more of a target. When I went to the hotel, the nigga was trying to kill me. They had a couple assassins in town, actually. There was a Mexican guy. He was watching my room all night. And then the black guy with what he called them, his two sons, they was really his accomplices in crime. They were supposed to kill me. That's what they was sitting there to do. They got the word I was in D.C., so they sent all their best men. But they best men can't even fuck with me. But anyway, got the car the next day. It drove it for 30 minutes. We were in some part of Maryland when it just started going slow. Rather than dealing with it, driving all the way home 4 hours, driving slow as fuck and being more pissed off, I just bit down on it, took that L, left it in a parking lot at a store somewhere in Maryland, and just left it. And just came back home. When I came back home without the car, my kids was like, "What happened? What's going on?" I just let them know what was going on, and that was when I realized that was another attempt. That was another attempt for them to kill me. So yeah, Capital Auto Auction, they are not trustworthy. The vehicle that they sold me only worked for a couple minutes. I went and put gas in it, and then it was done after I put the gas in it. I got 30 minutes down the road, and then it started driving slow. And then I just had to leave it where it was at rather than sit there trying to deal with it, giving me more of a headache. I just left it, got out. I almost cried, but I didn't. I just was like, you know what? It's my fault. I damn fucked around and fucked with motherfuckers that I knew that I didn't know about. I didn't thoroughly do my research, so it was my fault. So I chucked it up. And I just left it and kept it moving. I did reach out to them and let them know that they sold me a piece of shit. They knew that. That was their plan. They were surprised that I made it home alive. But Capital Auto Auction, they have lots of fucking, they have an auction a couple times a week. They have a couple different locations. A lot of dealers go to these auctions and get these vehicles. Yeah, there were cars going for $500, $600. They got cars that go for pretty good prices. But, if you're not properly prepared, which I was not, you are going to run into some issues. And if you are chosen, and if if you're me, you're going to run into these issues because, that's just what they do. So I don't recommend them to anybody. They're not trustworthy. They will play on your ignorance. Like I said, they left a signature off of the title on purpose. They wanted to get me back up there. I had to come back and get the vehicle anyway. I don't know. I just thinking about it now, like they owe me some goddamn money. But it was another unsuccessful assassination attempt, and I don't recommend them. So Capital Auto Auction, they are located in Washington, D.C. I went to Washington, D.C. twice. 1905 Brentwood Road, Northeast. That's exactly where they're located, in Washington, D.C. Went twice. Still didn't come back with the car, and I had to take another L with that. But the L's I take, I don't look at them as losses. I look at them as lessons, because I won't ever do that shit again. And you have to be careful when you're fucking with these businesses, because a lot of them are not trustworthy, especially if you're new. And then too, I noticed a sign after 7 days. They said if you don't pay for it in 7 days, within 7 days, they're going to destroy the vehicle. That's a fucking lie. They ain't gonna do nothing but just resell it. That's all they gonna do, and then charge you like they destroyed it, or like it's they gonna charge you storage and shit for it, when they ain't gonna do nothing but just put it back out there for sale. So it's all a game that they play. Especially when they trying to get at people that's chosen. They trying to make you feel like you losing your mind and shit. But like I said, this was July the 8th was when I paid for it. I think that was like a Sunday when I finished paying for it. I was there on that Monday and that Tuesday fucking around with them people. And I still didn't come back with my car. So that's just where we at with it. I don't recommend this place. I wouldn't ever go back because of the experience that I had with them, and I don't recommend them. So if you are ever in Washington, D.C., there were a lot of people from the area that, were there. They go there often because they're there. You can come and look at them, and view the cars before you buy them. But, I was taking a risk when I, jumped out there and did it. And, that's what being an entrepreneur is like. Sometimes, you take a risk and you don't always get what you intend to get, especially when you fuck with untrustworthy people like Capital Auto Auction. So there it is, my experience with them. And I'm just getting pissed off just thinking about it. So I'm gonna go and get off of here. I hope y'all enjoying this content. If you haven't done so already, like, subscribe, comment, share this video if you've had an experience like this with these people, or with another auto auction, drop it down below in the comments. Let us know. Because the only way that we can, raise awareness about stuff like this is if we tell people. If you want to take a chance on it, I recommend go there and see. Pay attention to these things right here. It'll say starts, it'll say runs, it'll say drives. So pay attention to things like that if you want to take a risk on some shit like that. But I recommend you crossing all your T's and dotting all your I's before you go fucking with them. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't recommend it, but if you still want to after hearing this, proceed with caution. That's all I got for y'all today on Dasha Speaks Racism. I'll holler at y'all.